Welcome to the ArmaniTalks podcast. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this podcast, I'm helping you level up your 5 soft skills: public speaking, storytelling, social dynamics, emotional intelligence, and creativity. 5 soft skills for you to change your life forever and skyrocket your confidence along the way. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about mob mentality. I'm sure you've heard of the whole FTX scandal that's been happening, where a lot of people are losing tons and tons of money because they were lied to. And since this, a lot of these financial YouTubers have had a lot of attacks on their credibility. Their audience members are turning on them. They're like, "You greedy clowns, you guys already have so much money, yet you guys went ahead and built a partnership with FTX for more money. You can no longer be trusted." And since this moment, there was this one guy who is normally known for exposing a lot of these other successful YouTubers. Let's call him Sam. Sam took a very different route. Most people were expecting Sam to also bash the financial YouTubers. Instead, Sam began to defend them. Sam was like, look, sure, a lot of these financial YouTubers recommended a service which ended up being very corrupt. But we got to realize, in this world, nothing is fully certain. I'm sure a lot of these financial YouTubers did not operate with bad intent. And we got to realize that a lot of other bigger organizations were also fooled. BlackRock, Tom Brady, Steph Curry, and much more. Now, granted, I didn't agree with this logic because I feel as though that financial YouTubers have more knowledge of finance. At least that's what they're talking about in regards to someone like a Tom Brady and Steph Curry. I still understood Sam's perspective, but his audience wasn't buying that for a second. Immediately, they began making exposed videos on Sam. They were talking about how Sam is friends with a lot of these financial YouTubers. And that's when they began to question Sam's character. They were like, "Hey, Sam, how about you tell your audience that you went to Las Vegas with some of these YouTubers that you're over here defending? You, Sam, are a very bad man." And this is how it typically works with the mob. When you have an opinion that is different from them, they're going to come at you. And they're not going to get the logic from your arguments. Instead, they're going to get that big argument that you made, and they're going to distill it down to a very emotional response. Now, throughout that video that Sam made defending his buddies, I'm not going to lie. I do think that there's a certain level of bias that he has because those are his friends. It's sort of like a father that's over here talking about how his son has potential, despite the son for the past 6 years displaying zero potential. There's some bias involved. But I also believe that it's unfair to reduce Sam's argument to, oh, well, he can't be trusted because those are his friends, and to just distill it down to that. Now, on an individual level, this makes sense. If you're a logical actor, you're going to be like, well, yeah, I will weigh in the bias, but then I'm also going to hear the other parts of the argument, but then I'm going to see whether or not the bias is affecting the rest of the points of the argument. What I'm not going to do is just be like, okay, this mob is just saying that Sam is emotional, and I'm just going to call him emotional as well. The main takeaway that I got from this entire incident is that during moments of mob mentality, one of the smartest things that you can do is not read the comments. Instead, just consume the content for what it is first. Because when you read the comments, immediately, the perception is going to skew towards the mob mentality. We're wired for this. Human beings want acceptance. We don't want to be in the fringe where we're over here thinking, wait, everyone else is thinking like that. How come I'm not? We don't like that feeling. But every now and then, if we want to showcase critical thinking skills, then we must embrace that feeling. So from here on out, anytime you're over here seeing mob mentality, whether it's something that's being directed at others or it's something that's being directed to you, before reading the comments, take some time, get away, and be alone with your mind. What are you thinking of? It's even better to write it out because at times the mind can fool us, but the writing format can't. If you know something via writing, it will show. And if you do not know something via writing, then it will show. If you are correct, hold firm to your position. If you are incorrect, apologize. It sounds so simple in theory, but it's very difficult in practice. But with the way that things are going, with the polarization that's happening, mob mentality is not going away anytime soon. It's simply on the rise. So if you want some more dark truths like this in regards to social skills and human nature in general, be sure to join the ArmaniTalks free daily newsletter, where I provide my analysis of this type of current events on a consistent basis. Within the ArmaniTalks newsletter, you will learn more about public speaking, social skills, emotional intelligence, and much more. Join the tribe by checking out the link in the description box or the pinned comment and sign up today. Otherwise, just go on ArmaniTalks.com/newsletter. And thank you, my friend, for joining the Armani Talks podcast. I will catch you next time.